it's time for another headline thoughts. Yo, what's up, Battle? You're first? You are definitely first. You are definitely first. What's up, dude? All right, let's start off. What's on the screen? This is a little game. Another idler. Is Rusty on a boat this week? Yeah, that'd be neat, wouldn't it? Actually, I kind of hope they do. They do a crossover. This is called Fish to Dish Idle Sushi, and here is the link for Steam. So yeah, that's the idler that I have on right now. I swap between this and Rusty every so often while I'm working, but in this idler, you have a fishing boat, you're catching fish. There is a catalog of different fishes that you can get. You also have different locations that you can unlock. You start with one, Coconut Bay, and then you earn money and kind of blocking the money, but whatever. You have money to unlock the rest of the islands. You can upgrade your boat. You start with one fishing rod. You can upgrade the fishing rods, and it just kind of sit here, right? And you just catch fish. You don't have to do anything to catch fish. And that's the point of the idler. You also have a restaurant, a sushi restaurant, where said fish is delivered. And on the menu here, you can pick whatever sushis you want to serve. There's 5 dishes. I've got the max dishes now, but basically each fish has a specific makes a specific sushi. They each have a price, and you can level them. Gotta tell the girlfriend about this one. Yeah, this one's pretty neat. You can upgrade each sushi dish 5 times, and you can see here everything is maxed out because this has been on for a long time. According to Steam, I've left this on running for 129 hours. So, and yeah, I've got everything except for one achievement unlocked. There is decor you can unlock, like this sign here. You can put that, you can change this decor down here where the robot is. You could have plants there. You could have big cat chasing rabbits, cat things. So yeah, a lot of stuff you can do. Right. So there's a bunch of decor you can unlock. All right, here's the store. Each store has, this is the store that you can upgrade your fishing poles, your bait you use, your different ships. You could have a mega duck. See? Nope, I didn't click apply, did I? Nope. Apply. Have a duck. A rubber duck. It's all about sushi. She'll love it. Yeah. This is really good. And then you can unlock character skins for your fisherman, your chef, and your waitresses. And you can have your cats you can have a cat here that will pick up your fish for you. So normally you have to click on the fish or hold the button and mouse over it. But once you unlock the cat, you can just click on the cat, and every once in a while, click on the cat. They'll go grab the fish for you, and it'll be sent. So let's see, what else is there? There's an aquarium that you can have your fish here. You can feed them, and with the type of fish you have in here, you get bonus money as well. You want this game to do a collab with Vampire Survivors? Hell yeah. Do a collab with anything. And then there's a hatchery where you can grow your hatchery and raise specific fish if you need to. So yeah, and you can see here you can feed the little they're called fries, the little specific foods, and you can get a chance to get a variant. And you also have a little cat here that will pick up all the fish, and you can just hold the button down, raise them to be eaten later, pretty much. But it's humane, I guess. I don't know. Well, I don't know. They've had I've seen these reports now, these articles that say that fish, you know, do feel pain when they're caught out of the water. So I was like, ouch, that sucks. I mean, I guess it'd be like us, right? Where how we experience drowning, getting pulled into the water. And I would imagine that'd be the same for them. So yeah, you can help you can collect fish by holding the button down and just dragging your mouse over. Yep. So that's pretty much it. Sometimes an event will start up like this where you can click something. Then there's usually something in the background that you can click on. I don't want to spoil too much, but like you gotta find something like this one here. You click on this little iceberg on this one in particular, and you just unlock it's just a woolly mammoth. It does absolutely nothing in the game. They're just little Easter eggs in the background. And there's one per map. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, what boat do I want to use? Let's use the Viking. Yeah, so that guy is just gonna sit there for a little bit while we discuss things here. All right, first thing we want to talk about today, Monster Hunter. Brand new Monster Hunter update just released this week. There's the details about it. They pushed up a in-game grind that wasn't supposed to be out until I think at least the end of next month. And the reason why they did that is because they felt like they needed to push or entice more sales and more play because numbers have been falling for the game. Instead of fixing the issues of the cause of why there's a lot of people not playing the game or leaving the game and or not buying the game, they decided to push another end game grind, which means 9-star hunts, which drops a new, what would you call it? Drops a new item, which then gets turned into a completely randomized talisman. What sucks is that it's the same monsters that you've been fighting since at 8-star, which is also the same monsters at 7-star for the most part. It's basically all the same endgame monsters. The problem with that, and I can see why they decided to do this. I hope it's an oversight, but I can see why they decided to do this. Is a lot of people like myself, just because I wanted to collect everything, need a lot of what's called Hunter Symbol 3s, and those are only available at the 8-star monsters. Capcom decided that these Hunter Symbol 3s are not going to be available or are not going to drop on 9-star hunts. So we, for the ones that want to kind of collect everything, or especially weapons, they have even more of a grind. And it's kind of annoying. And the 9-stars, honestly, tankier. You thought it was a poor decision? Yeah, I didn't like that decision either. On top of that, there were immediate crashes after the patch was released. It's been fixed since. It took a couple days. I think they fixed it 2 days later. But again, there's more performance issues. people have been reporting more performance issues after the patch as well. Yeah, what's up, Glistlebit? Have my performance improved? No, it's gotten worse. There's a lot more stuttering now in the middle of the game, in the middle of the hunts. I'm getting a lot more stutters, and this is after like I've deleted the shaders. So yeah, and done the whole recompile the shaders and everything. What about network issues? Still the same. And you notice that last night it wasn't just me. PS5 players have been hit, and last night like everybody was hit. So yeah, we all got booted out of our link party. But speaking of performance fixes, this was the first of the first article that said the devs promise fixes eventually. They wouldn't even give a date, right? So, and then afterwards, another one came out. Stability patches in the winter. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. The console players got hit. No, the thing is, console players have been getting hit, right? And last week's article, was it last week's or 2 weeks ago? The sales numbers, 3 million was sold on PlayStation, 6.5 million units sold on Steam, but yet they still don't want to fix anything. Guaranteed to be fixed by the time Monster Hunter 7 releases. Well, I mean, from what I can remember, things in World were not fixed by the time Wilds came out. So there's that. So that's Monster Hunter. We've played a little bit of it. I have not been logging into Monster Hunter a lot lately. I used to log in almost nightly, doing daily, the limited bounties, or just to do a random hunt here and there. It dropped to like every other day. Now it's dropped to like once, maybe twice a week, maybe once a week, guaranteed to play with our gaming group. But I'm not logging in so much on my own anymore, which is kind of sad. Yeah, and this new grind just doesn't feel worth it, to be honest with you. It's like, yeah, I get a new talisman, but big deal. You hope they can turn it around? And I hope so too. Speaking of games that disappointed, oh my god, I'm still not doing it. All right, I'll post a link here. I should be displaying it on screen. You can only equip one talisman at a time, right? So you especially if you've got a specific build, you have to wait until you get a really good talisman. All right, speaking of disappointment, guess what? A new roadmap for Stalker 2. I haven't touched Stalker 2 in a long time. They're gonna have to be really good to beat the already existing talismans. Well, here's the thing, Glistlebit. You can get mixes. You can get up to 3 different weapon skills on the talisman, and then you could also get armor slots on the talisman. So you have to get really good RNG in order to replace what you have. Okay, so we're finally getting night vision devices. Oh my god, things that was been in the original Stalkers. Binoculars. I'm like, what the seriously, more A-life fixes, new anomalies, new missions, weather scenario, difficulty, day-night, stash, loot, rework. Oh my god, thank god. Look at this, stamina, energy drinks, rework. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff in here that I'm like, man, they should have cooked for a little longer. I wasn't sure if/when I was going to return to Stalker 2, and it looks like it's still going to be a while, according to this. I guess we'll see how it goes. Maybe when the roadmap stuff comes around. Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice, especially because like the NPCs not being able to see at night without night vision. I'm like, if I remember right, a patch a while ago gave mutants actual loot now to when you kill them. Something kind of strange. A new Souls-like came out called Wuchang, which got some buzz, but it was hit with usual, optimization problems, performance problems, which developers said they were gonna, work on right away. But a recent update was made that certain bosses now and NPCs are now unkillable because backlash from China. The game tried to be Black Myth Wuchang, and this kind of killed the hype. It did. So I've heard of stuff like this happening where like a specific region, country said, complained about like something, that was offensive or something like that to them, and then they would make a change. If it was really bad, they would make the change to everyone. But things like this sometimes I would see most of the time just happen in that region's version, right? No, so unkillable battle means that when you defeat them, they no longer quote unquote die. They get knocked out. And NPCs are similar, or similar, where they no longer die. Some of them even get up and like run away. Right? You still fight them. It would probably only be changed for Chinese version if it was not a Chinese game. That's the thing. Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I think this was developed by Chinese developers. So they're probably being forced to release it that way to everybody. From what I understand, when I went through the article, this fundamentally changes like 1 or 2 levels, because the some of the most of the NPCs in the level now no longer attack you. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Any Chinese studio is at least partly owned by the government. Yeah, I was watching a stream of this just to see what the gameplay was like. The gameplay looked decent. The story looked different. It was kind of unique. The story, what was happening in the game, and I was like, oh, okay, it's unique. There's one more thing. We don't need a browser for this. Subtember's been announced for next month. It's gonna happen on the last Friday of this month, which is the 29th, and will go through October 1st. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. We'll see. It depends on the timing and how things work. No B-Day anniversary event. No. Valorant is also sponsoring it. They have been pouring money into Twitch events for a while. Oh, Riot? Yeah, Riot. That's another story in itself. Riot has lost a lot of its good customer satisfaction. You mean like 7 years ago? No, I mean they keep bouncing around from having the biggest game ever, having a hit Netflix series, which they poured a lot of money into. Yeah, that fighting game has been going really up and down as well. They pretty much canceled all of those promised games. Yeah, there was supposed to be like an MMO that they were working on. The fighting game is still coming out. Kind of strange, even to fighting game veterans. It's kind of strange. I think there was one other game that they had kind of semi-announced. I forgot what it was though. I didn't look into it. So that's pretty much it. And let's collect the last of the fish here before we go. Go, kitty. Thank you for the talk.